original word is baqaratun. Baqaratun means a cow. So the word is baqaratun. Baqaratun means a cow. Okay, and this is a female, and one of the sign of an object of being female is that it will have this ta marbuta at the end. Baqaratun. Female names are Salihatun or Abidatun or Sa'imatun. When you stop, you say Baqara or Saliha or Sa'ima.
In Quran, some people write the bell. Allah can declare the bell.
In English, cow is translated cow is female.
गाय का लफ्ज है
Bull.
Bell का
गाय
bell का
Maybe some people have
Tarjuma
translated
में bell.
that, but literally, cow is a female and Baqaratun is a female. Okay, there are other words for that. So, Baqaratun is a cow. Now, tasbahu is a verb. Whenever a verb comes before a noun, the noun changes into two fatahas. So, Baqaratun will become Baqaratan. Okay, a cow. So this is what Musa alayhi salam said to. Just few words. Inna Allaha ya'amurukum an tasbahu baqara. So if you notice that in this ayat, first few words are from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Up to this point, Allah is speaking. From this point to this point, Musa alayhi salam is speaking. Okay? And from this point, somebody else is speaking. Some other people are talking now. Okay? So this is what Musa alayhi salam said. Just simple few words. Indeed, Allah commands that you slaughter a cow. That's all he said to them. So these people replied to him. Okay? And the word is qalu. Okay? So the word root letters are same. Qaf, Waw, Lam. Qaf, Waw, Lam is to say. Okay? And in this case, if we do fa'alu, it's a plural, they did. Okay. So if you want to make a past tense and plural, the grammar for that is fa'alu. Okay. So all the word before that was, for one person it was fa'ala. For plural it is fa'alu. We had waw and an alif which is not recited. It's called alif-e-wiqaya. Okay? Which means do not pronounce, and that's the reason they put a little zero or small o on it, which means do not pronounce. It's alif-e-wiqaya. Wiqaya means separation. It separates. Okay? So fa'alu. Okay? If we apply that grammar to these three letters, then it will be Qaf, Waw, Lam, Waw, and an alif. Okay. First letter has a fatha on it. Second letter has a fatha on it. Third has a dhamma on it and a sukoon. Just exactly copy the rule of the grammar from here. Okay. So this is past tense and plural. So the meaning will be they said. They said. Now again there are some mismatches that we'll need to fix here. That this is a fatha with a waw. So it will change into a alif. So it will become qalu. Okay. Qalu means they said. So people replied to Musa alayhi salam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, they said. People said. They replied to Musa alayhi salam. Now, so I want to write one more grammar here. If you put a ta in the beginning and keep these three letters and pronounce taf'alu. Okay? The meaning is here, you did, and you is a single person, you do, not did. You do. Okay? That's the grammar of you do. Taf'alu. Its plural is taf'aluna, we just saw that one. You do. One person, taf'alu. Okay. So if you put a ta in the beginning and pronounce as taf'alu, you, one person, do something present tense. Taf'alu. Okay. Now this is the word here. Alif, ha, and zal. Okay. And this word also, the meaning is same as akhaza or takhaza. Okay. These are the root letters. Okay. And they means to come to a conclusion. Natija akhaz. To come to some conclusion. But this is not the word we need. All we need is the three root letters. And when there are three, then they belong to the group of the words which we call fa'ala. Just like fa'ala, three letters. Okay. And if we make a change here, we put a ta in the beginning, and middle letter, the second letter is fa, and the middle letter is ayn. If you put a shadda on n. So what we are doing here, we are just putting a ta in the beginning, and on ayn we are putting a shadda. So this has become tafa'ala. Okay? Tafa'ala is pronounced tafa'ala. Okay? So if I do the same thing here, this will become tattakhaza. Tattakhaza. Okay? I put a ta in the beginning and a shadda on that. So the meaning of this word is to take. Tattakhaza means to take. Okay? So shadda is actually here. Means to take. Tattakhaza means you take. So the word which is in the Quran means you take.
But you cannot have take, shadda, I want take.
So when you put another te here, taf'ala. So this will become three tas.
ता पे आएगी खा की बजाय ये नीचे नीचे तक तक तक
Here, right? it's a little bit complicated word, so I'm leaving out some details. But what I want to point out that middle word here, tattakhizu, okay, means you take. Na means us. And this alif here is a question mark. So this will be, I can write down separately here. This word is made of 3 words here. A with the fatha, then tattakhizu and na. Tattakhizu means you take. Na means us. And this alif with the Hamza means question mark. So the meaning will be, do you take us? Or are you taking us? Okay? Do you take us? They are saying to Musa alayhi salam, do you take us? So meaning will become clear. The next word is huzawun. Huzawun means to joke or to laugh. So you joke or you laugh. So they are saying, do you take us as a joke? Are you laughing with us? Are you making fun with us? Okay. Is it that you are taking us for a laugh or for mockery or fun or for joke? So instead of saying, yes, we will go and slaughter the cow, they asked Musa alayhi salam, are you joking with us? Are you joking with us? Are you taking us as a joke? Okay. So that's the meaning of atattakhizuna. They are asking him, that's the reason this alif is a question mark. Are you doing this to us as a joke? Huzawun means a joke, okay, or laughing. Or is this something a matter of laughing for you, fun? This is just saying for the joke of it or for the fun of it, that we have to slaughter a cow. Why does Allah need a cow from us? Okay? So, atattakhizuna, do you take us? Do you take us as a joke, or means do you joke with us? Okay? Okay. So that's all they said. Okay? So now Musa alayhi salam replied back to them by saying, Qala. He said, Musa alayhi salam said again. He said. Now these 2 words are exactly the words that we read. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. A'udhu billahi means I seek protection with Allah. Okay? A'udhu is from these 3 letters, Ain, Waw, and Zal. This means to seek refuge or seek protection. And Waw and Zal means to seek protection. And again going back to these 3 letters, Fa, Ain and Lam. If we put an alif in the beginning with a fatha and pronounce as af'alu. Af'alu means I do. Af'alu means I do. Okay? So when we talk about one person, first person myself, we just put an alif with the hamza in the beginning. Af'alu means I do. So if I apply the same rule here, This will become alif with a hamza, ain, waw, and zal. A, wuzu. Just substitute exactly 3 letters here. So the sound will be a, vu, zu, which means I seek protection or I seek refuge. Okay. Now this is not easy to pronounce wuzu. So in pronunciation we just switch these 2 harakats here. If you move dhamma here and sukoon there, it will become a'udhu. Okay, so actual word is this, but in the pronunciation, we pronounce a'udhu. I seek protection. Okay, and this we recite all the time. I seek protection. I seek protection. A'udhu. Okay? Then the next word again is Allahu. And if I put a B with a kasra here, which means with, B is a harf-jar, so it will change this dhamma to a kasra. So this will become pronounced as a billahi. Okay? Which is written here. A'udhu billahi. Okay? And as you can see that on the alif of billahi here, this is a hamza here. So when you combine this B with the lam, this alif will not be pronounced. So what you have to do, you have to put a little swad on it, hamzatul wasal. Billahi means with Allah. I seek protection with Allah or in Allah. Okay, don't use the word from Allah. That's totally wrong.
Allah say.
That is the opposite meaning if you do that. From. So in or with is the right translation of be here. So Musa alayhi salam said, A'udhu billahi, I seek. Now here, remember I just mentioned that if there is a letter before has a fatha or dhamma, then lam should be pronounced with a heavy sound. But in this case there is a kasra. So it should be billahi. Barik. Soft. Billahi, not billahi. Okay? But if it was a fatha and dhamma, then it will be Allah. In this case, billah. Okay? So, a'udhu billahi an akuna. So, I seek protection with Allah. So, when you are speaking in English with Allah, then you're pronouncing Allah with the fatha here. So then you pronounce separately. When we combine with the kasra, then it will be billahi. Okay? An akuna minal jahilin. Let's look at that word. An we just saw means that. An means that. And kaf, waw, and noon means to be or to become. kauna means to be or to become. And again, this, if you apply this rule here, we put an alif in the beginning, it becomes I, the first person, present tense. So if you apply here, in this case I have put an alif with a hamza in the beginning, kaf, waw, and noon, and I put the same harakas, ak, wanu. Okay. Ak, wanu means I become. Okay. So Musa alayhi salam saying that I seek protection with Allah that I become or I be. Okay. Now here again that this waw is a weak letter and it is as a fatha on it. Okay. So what this time what it will do? It will switch this sukoon this way and sound of waw will go back. So it will become akunu. Okay. This is the pronunciation. Akwanu is not easy to pronounce. So it will be pronounced akunu. Okay. So this will be akunu. Kunu. Okay. So notice the only thing we did here in this case, we just moved these two harakats, this one over there and sound of waw backward. So fatha drops. Akunu is the actual word. Okay. I become. Akunu, af'alu, I become. And also we just learned another rule that if an is there before, okay, the dhamma changes it to a fatha and meaning becomes I should become or I become. Okay, because of the an, that, it's a conditional statement. If I do this, that I'll be that person. So akuno will become akuna. That's what the word is in the Quran. An akuna means that I become or I should become. So Musa alayhi salam saying that I seek protection with Allah that I should become someone. And then what is the words he is using? Minal jahilin. Okay. So two letters are Jim, Ha and Lam, Jahala, and this means to ignore. To ignore. Okay? And if you put an alif, it will become Jahilun. Like Sajidun or Abidun means ignorant person. Person who is ignorant, who doesn't know anything, he is jahil. Use this word all the time. Jahil and alim, they are opposite to each other. But complete word is jahilun. Abidun, sajidun, the one who performs the sajda is sajidun. So by putting an alif, it becomes the person. Jahilun. Its plural is jahiluna. Jahiluna means ignorant people. Okay. Whenever we say the word Sajidun, Sajiduna, Abidun, Abiduna. So by putting guna at the end makes it plural. Okay. So here the plural is jahiluna. Okay. Now, min means among. Min means among. Okay. Min is a harf jar. What it does, it takes this waw and change into a ya. Okay. So jahiluna becomes jahilina. Okay. That's the effect of this word here. Okay. In the Quran, you will see the words Muslimuna, Muslimina. Why it is Muslimina? Because there may be a harf jar before that. Okay. Munafiquna, Munafiqina. Okay. So actual word is Munafiquna, Muslimuna, Jahiluna, with a vaw there. But the effect of the word before that may change into a Jahilina or Muslimina, Munafiqina. Okay. And it's a maf'ul. So Musa alayhi salam saying, okay, and then if you put one more thing, al means the ignorant people. Okay. Among the ignorant people. Okay. So this is what Musa alayhi salam saying, that I seek protection with Allah, that I become among the ignorant people. Okay, I'm a prophet. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given me the wisdom. Why would I talk to you something joking about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? That is a sign of being ignorant. So this is what Musa alayhi salam replied. Among the ignorant people. So this is what was the answer of Musa alayhi salam. That I seek protection with Allah, that I become among those who are ignorant. Okay. So inshallah we'll stop here.
Assalamu alaikum. I was really looking forward to